You have an untold story. Your story is untold. You feel like no one will know your story. You feel unseen. Some of you feel unseen. This can be in your relationship. This can be at work. This can be in life. You don't feel recognized. You feel like a bit of a hermit at the moment. You are focusing on your spilled cups. You don't see the two cups behind you. And your withdrawn energy, withdrawn energy makes you hide from the world. But it also makes you focus on the negative, and you are isolating yourself. You don't have anyone around you to affirm the positive, the two cups here, your blessings that you have. And some of you are wallowing in regret. You're wallowing in sadness. You're wallowing in pain and defeat. And you feel like it's just the end. Like some of you are really at the rock bottom, which is why you are seeing this message. And some of you do have clouds hanging over you. And there's no sun in this card, in this image. The face is also hidden. Some of you feel like you've, instead of glow up, you've glowed down. It's quite heavy for you at this time. You're learning a lot of life lessons at the moment. Some of you may have just left a relationship. Some of you, there's someone who really, really, really brought you a little bit in part to this point, and that relationship came to a natural end, but the lesson is taking a long time to learn, or has taken you a long time to learn. It's different for all of you, but some of you, maybe you were cheated on, or the person in the relationship didn't trust you. The person in the relationship was scared of you. The person in the relationship was jealous of you. The person in the relationship was broken. You expended a lot of energy trying to fix and mend this person and their broken heart. You can't fix everyone. You can't fix everything. You can't stick it out all the time. You can't avoid what is bringing the relationship down or is bringing your partner down. You cannot be the solution to that. For some of you, that is a lesson in love that you're learning. And a lot of you are focusing on that spilled cup, one of them being this failed relationship. Take it as it resonates. I am reading for multiple viewers, but moving on. The universe wants to help you see beyond the limits of fear. The universe really wants to help you see beyond the limits of fear, beyond these three cups. You have to focus on the cups behind you. The universe wants your fearless freedom to light up the world. Right now it's suppressed. There's all of this darkness and shadow around this sunlight, this glow. This sunlight is submersed underneath all this darkness. And that is your energy. You will have untapped potential that the universe wants you to tap into. But you need to see that what you have behind you, what you still have, are for your highest good. everything is happening for your highest good. Some of you are very depressed, but the universe is focused on supporting you through this time, and they want you to acknowledge that everything happens for a reason. See beyond the limits of fear and expand your perceptions, your viewpoint, so that you can recognize what is of the highest good for you, and so that you can see these two cups behind you. You should also know that the more energy and intention you bring to certain things, that is where the energy will flow. But also, the more energy and intention you bring to your faith is the more fearless and free you are. And right now, you don't have a lot of faith, and I understand, because when you are in a depressive state, it is really, really hard to change your mindset and to recognize the cups that you do have. Universe, Spirit, God, they want you to write some of these things down. They want you to write down the pain. You're not writing down the pain, you're just bottling it up. It's all just hiding under your cloak. You're just carrying it and all of this. You need to write things down. The story is only untold because you haven't told it. The story is only untold because you haven't told it. You need to write down your own story. This is not even an actual tarot card. It's part of the deck. Just an info card. But it came out. And I'm taking it as a message because you need to write down your story. And you need to put that in paper, those thoughts into paper, that pain on paper. And that, the power of pen and paper is there waiting for you. Because once you do so, Spirit is saying, it's going to stay on the paper, and you're going to unburden your spirit, your mind, your heart, your soul, and let some of those things go. So that exercise, writing that down, will really leave some space and some peace of mind. But it will also allow you to create room for fearlessness and to create some freedom, because you are unburdening your soul, your spirit, your mind of those worries and those thoughts. Put them onto the paper, and you will become and feel more free. And naturally, with that comes surrendering to peace, surrendering to, you're allowed to feel at peace. You're allowed that. You're allowed to embrace peace. And you are allowed to surrender to the universe and allow it to work for you. But you can only do so if you are an active participant in that. So that is really what the universe wants you to do. They want you to be a participant in your own story. You're a participant in your own story. Write that down. And writing that down opens you up to being vulnerable. Holding it in, storing it in your aura, your spirit, all those things, those painful things, those painful thoughts, those painful memories, that does not create vulnerability for you. Writing down your story allows you to be vulnerable. It creates space for acceptance, for self-acceptance, acceptance of your concept, your self-concept, if you align with that, resonate with that. But vulnerability, be vulnerable with yourself, with your pain, accept your pain, surrender to it, because it is the pathway to surrendering to peace. It is the pathway to surrendering to so many untold truths. Untold truths, your untold story. Surrender to that and sit in it. As uncomfortable as it is, it's necessary for that full surrendering to the universe and that full acceptance towards beautiful, beautiful, vibrant energy. This vibrant energy that is there within you, waiting for you to reach it. What is the hardest truth you've had to hold the past year? What has owning it taught you? Write that down, you know? What are the lessons in love? What have owning those taught you? Learn from your own untold story. Own it. And it's okay to own that. It's okay to own that. And lastly, there are strangers everywhere. And sometimes just a smile, those kind acts, sometimes that can change your whole day. So open yourself up to the people around you. Strangers are not. People want to be kind to you. People want to meet you in this place, even in your sadness. People want to know your untold story. They want to listen to it if you feel open to sharing it. But the world didn't stop being loving, even though you're going through this, right? You will rise up. And you'll see that not everyone will hurt you. And that is how you transmute this energy and your untold story, it becomes a pillar of wisdom for you. Let it be that. And surrender to that. Surrender to that beauty, surrender to that possibility of perspective change. I hope this helped.